All right. Good morning. We've had some technical issues here for sure, but glad to be with you. Let me set this other light. My snuggles. No. Welcome to Cat Lady Yoga. My name is Regina. We have Snuggles over here creating some disturbance with our light set. Phoebe's behind me up on the pedestal. She would like to open that curtain. All right. We are going to have more of a restorative practice today. Oh, let me turn that light on. Versus yin. So gather all of your props so that you can really feel supported and comfortable, able to feel the body release and not have to hold the body at all. We're going to begin in a posture that is referred to as surfboard. So if you have a bolster, that would be great. If you don't, then you can use rolled blankets. You want it to be long enough to go under your torso from shoulders to hips at least, maybe even down to the legs, the thighs. And then if your head doesn't rest comfortably on the earth, you'll be laying on your belly. Then having some kind of a small pillow, blanket, folded towel, any of that would be good. All right. So I'm just bring all of these in closer. My nephew made me this. No. Little red pillow. So that sometimes is just the right amount of prop under the forehead. So if you sew, you can create a little something like this, just a piece of fabric that has been folded in half and then sewn on two sides and then turned right side out, filled and stitched closed. All right. Got to find a way to protect our light there. So the cord is a temptation for him. Come here, Snuggles. Come on over here. So we're lying on the belly. Now, if you don't have any props and you get there and you're like, nope, that just doesn't feel right, then just come to lay on the belly. And then you can bring your forehead to rest if you have a prop that supports. This is just a little too soft, doesn't really hold. You want something that's going to be stable enough to hold you without you sinking all the way down. And once you arrive, you have options. You can keep the arms forward in a relaxed state, or you can release them down beside you. So find what feels right for you, and then come into stillness. Now, if you happen to have a little sandbag at home, laying it across your low back, it feels really nice. Or even down the length of your spine could be another option. Right. Come into stillness with your pose. Begin to notice your breath. Feel the coolness of the inhale, the warmth of your exhale. Feel the belly and the chest, the ribs press against your prop. And feel them surrender again as the exhalation arrives. Invite your mind into this moment of stillness. Each breath, feel your upper back, mid back, low back fully expand and extend toward the sky. And as you exhale, allow the whole back body to surrender, melt toward the earth. Letting go with each exhalation. Five more slow, full breaths. Hey, girl. After your fifth breath, guide your arms in close. Slowly begin to lift your chest, lengthen hips back or slide your hips back. Bring the knees in, slide your hips back, and then just take that prop that was underneath you and hold it in close. Bring your head to rest on it wherever it feels right for you. You can even stack your hands. 5 breaths. After your fifth breath, bring the body up. And we're coming to sit on one side. So whichever side fits you. Let the legs be in a zigzag fashion. So you have your thigh next to the edge of your prop with the shin coming forward. And then second leg, you have the knee meeting that heel of the first leg and the shin traveling down the back end of your mat, right? So from here, I'd like to build this prop up a little more. We're moving into deer pose. And I'm just going to take this meditation cushion there to give some lift. And just make any combination of props that work for you. And you're lengthening through this side, you're releasing it so that you can find more range of motion, but also to bring some soothing to the body. Now you can stay here on your side if this is where you'd like to be, but for deer, you actually want to bring the torso, you want to inhale facing forward, exhale, rotate to face your support and come down. Now you can keep the chin on the earth, you can bring your same side cheek to the earth, or you can keep your rotation moving all the way through the neck and take the opposite cheek. Find whatever direction feels most restorative for you and go there. So we're not trying to prove anything. We're not trying to go somewhere the body's not comfortable going. We're just looking for restoration. And then you can just let the arms rest alongside you, or if you need a little lift, bring in a prop underneath them. You can close or downcast your eyes or keep them open. And then come into stillness. Invite your mind to come back into this moment. Bring awareness to your breath. Feel the flow of your breath flow in and out. A gentle wave coming in and rolling back out. I'm going to bring this little meditation on self-love to you today as you're in that place of rest. It says, rest when you are tired. Resting when I'm tired is something I'm still learning to do. We live in a society where busyness seems to determine our level of success. But is this really success? Sometimes our bodies are tired and they need stillness. Or our minds are exhausted and they need a break. We must remember that each and every one of us deserves rest. Perhaps this is why I was so drawn to meditation, because it was a place where my body, mind, and heart could rest. Honor yourself by resting when you are tired. Rest Resting is not a sign of weakness. It is a gift you deserve to give yourself. This is why I chose restoration or restorative practice for us today, and wanted to encourage you to make time in your day, in your week, and definitely throughout your month to intentionally rest. And I'm not talking about just going to bed and going to sleep. I'm talking about rest during the day, during the week, when your body asks for it, or when your mind asks for it. And the little mantra that I'd like to share with you, something to remind you: may I honor myself the next time I feel tired. I give myself the gift of rest and allow my body, mind, and heart time to recharge. Honor yourself and give yourself permission to rest, the gift of rest. Loving ourselves may not come naturally for many of us, might not be a skill or something we were taught, but is definitely an important part of being able to love someone else. And so you can't pour from an empty cup. We've all heard that before. So we have to fill our own cup. Self-love, taking time to rest when our bodies ask for it, is part of that self-love. All right, 5 more full self-love hugs and breaths before we move to second side. And then when you're ready for second side, bring your body up, up slowly. Now, you can definitely move your props to the other end of your mat, or another option is to simply turn your body so that you have the second side ready to relax all the way down. And then you might have a different experience on this side. You might be able to take your neck into that full rotation. You might need to keep it centered or keep it moving in the same direction as your legs. Another option, and I forgot to mention this earlier, is if you need a little prop under the back leg, by all means, take it under there. Give your body the support that it needs. Come back to your breath, back to the grace and kindness that you extend to yourself in these moments of restoration. Five more slow, deep breaths. After your fifth breath, bring the hands in close and slowly bring the body up. Take a moment at the top, let the body realign, and then make your way to a seated posture. Sorry, baby. As you come into your seated posture, you can just take crisscross, slide a little prop under the edge of your sitting bones to give you that forward tilt of your pelvis. Take a moment and just wiggle, warm around. Find what needs a little movement. Roll through your wrists and wiggle your fingers. Shake out your arms and pet your kitty. Yeah. Now I'd like to share with you the Padma Mudra along that theme of self-love. Padma Mudra is also referred to as a Lotus Mudra. It is the gesture of the lotus, but it is for balancing the space of our heart. And that's often in the world of yoga referred to as our heart chakra or the fourth chakra in the body. So it's just the energy that flows and mingles and circles and is in the space around your heart, your lungs, between your shoulder blades, all in that region, right? So we start with our hands together in Anjali Mudra and then guide the thumbs. So in Anjali Mudra, your thumbs would rest right along your sternum. For here, you don't have to let it rest on the sternum, and you're taking the three middle fingers and blossom them open, right? So your thumbs are connected, your pinkies are connected, and the heels of the hands stay connected. It's just those three fingers. And then bring the elbows down. Let the hands rest in front of the heart space. I think I got the angle of the camera a little off today. And this is for unconditional love. And we want to begin that unconditional love toward ourselves. So with eyes open, downcast, or closed, begin to notice the breath as it arrives in your chest. We breathe with intention into our heart space, which brings a natural stimulation to our thymus gland. So if you're taking this during the day when you need more energy, really spend some extra time breathing here, activating the thymus gland. If, on the other hand, you're taking this in the evening before bed, just give yourself those 3 to 5 breaths to make that connection. But then begin to guide your awareness deeper into the body. Notice the full belly breath. Feel how the shoulders widen and slide down the back. Feel the extension in your side body with the breath arise. The expansion. So we enhance the energy within our heart space, but we're also supporting the health of our cardiorespiratory and immune system. And we are cultivating compassion and empathy as we support the movement of energy here in our heart space. So I'll repeat our mantra 3 times, and if it resonates, feel free to repeat it to yourself. As I nurture the garden of my heart, unconditional love naturally blossoms. As I nurture the garden of my heart, unconditional love naturally blossoms. As I nurture the garden of my heart, unconditional love naturally blossoms. With your next exhale, guide your palms to touch. Maybe allow the sternum, the thumb to rest on the sternum and release chin toward chest. Set an intention to honor yourself and to extend love to yourself throughout this day and hopefully in the many days to come. And inhale to lift your head, roll your wrists and fingers, move again. We're moving into our next posture. So this is a fish pose. So if you'd like, you can leave the setup that you currently have and extend the body back over that. If, on the other hand, you'd like to open your hips more, you can lift this end with props and come into pontoon. So let me show you fish. Bend the knees, roll the spine down. This isn't quite fish because my head isn't hanging off. So in fish, your head actually hangs off. And then extend your arms. So if this is what fits you, stay here. This is great. We're opening the lungs, we're opening the heart space. We want the arms to extend wide or take them overhead. If they're going overhead, we need to be able to support them. We don't want them hanging in space. Okay. So here's one option. Another option would be pontoon. And I will want support under my arms. Watch out, sweetheart. We'll try that. Always feel at peace about making the time to adjust your props the way you need them. There's no rush here. This is restorative class. Even in yin class, you want to move slow. So there's never a rush. Right? And then bring the hips on, roll the spine down. Oh, yes, this is nice. And then you can always keep your knees bent wherever you're at, or you can extend your legs, one or both. So this allows us to release our hip flexors, which get really tight and hold a lot of emotions. If the head is not resting on the earth, so mine is not resting on the earth here, then you definitely want to put a prop under there. Again, we don't want anything to dangle and be hanging. We want support. Down. Don't have quite enough room here. Well, that works right there. Right? And then come into the stillness of your pose. So we're opening heart and lungs. If you're able to release your head back, you're opening into your throat. If the legs are long, then we're releasing our hip flexors. We spend so much of our time in seated postures where we're shortening the whole front line of our body. And this is what we can do. One of the ways we can to create that space again, to lengthen it. Make sure that you feel good in your low back and in your hips. Anywhere and everywhere in your body should feel supported and able to release. Notice where your tongue is resting and your jaw. So sometimes we clench without realizing it, or we're actively pressing the tongue up to the roof of the mouth. Maybe swirl your tongue around and let it softly release onto the floor of your mouth. And allow the jaws to stay softly separated. Not a big gap, just a soft release through the jawline. If the mind is thinking and wandering, which it is designed to do, see if you can bring a mantra. I am love, I am loved, or I am kind, I feel love. Any mantra that supports you on your journey today. I am peace. I rest. Sometimes just coming back to I am safe is a great mantra. It allows us to release even the unconscious tensions that we may be holding on to. I am safe. If at any time you begin to experience tingling or numbing, shift the body around, find out what is where that's originating, and then make the adjustments. So if the arms are overhead and you start to feel tingling or numbness, consider bringing the arms back down. If it's anywhere else, make the adjustments you need to make. Five more deep, slow breaths. After your fifth breath, bring the arms in close to the body. Bend your knees if they're long. Guide a hand to the head to bring the head up into a neutral line. And then slowly either bring the body up or roll the body over. Find out where you need to go. And then moving slowly, move your props. We're moving into a spinal rotation. Spinal rotations are great for moving the energy through your midsection. That stagnant energy that can lead to constipation or impact our bowels in various ways. And then also, it's where our confidence and our courage reside, is in our solar plexus. Solar plexus is just below the bottom rib and between the navel center, so in that space. So as we take these spinal rotations, you can bring to mind something that you'd like to let go of. And then perhaps on the second side, you think of a project or a challenge in your life that you would like to have more confidence to address, and then see yourself confidently addressing that. So we'll start with right leg. Always want to start with right leg when we take spinal rotations. And you can lengthen your left leg here, or you can keep it bent as you are starting out, right? You want to get it out of the way when you move into the rotation. And then from here, that right leg can move out toward the outer side of the ribs, draw it up toward the shoulder. And when you exhale, you might want to scoot your hips to your right, but move the right leg over to left side. Now you might want props here. I have that little pranayama bolster. I've got it right here. If it's not enough, you can build up your props, but you want to stack your hips, but keep your shoulders down. So you might need to shimmy your shoulders to your left a little bit. Arms can be in by your sides or out wide, or once again, they might go overhead. But do make sure that your arms are supported. So you don't want it to dangle up in space. All right. Chin can stay centered or rotate to your right. And as you come back to your breath, maybe the mantra, I am safe, I let go. I am safe. I let go. I am safe. I let go. The knee can come up close to the chest, or you can reach it down further. Explore the options. Find the one that feels best for you. Three deep breaths. After your third breath, inhale, head to center. Bring your arms down beside you, and then bring your leg back over. Take a moment to square your hips, hug right knee into your chest, and set your foot. All right, if you need to move your props, you can do that here. Shimmy your hips over to the left. Maybe lengthen your right leg. Inhale, left knee into your chest. Give it a good squeeze. And then exhale, leg over to right side. Again, the knee can come up high, or you can take it lower. Settle both shoulders to the earth. Maybe you move them closer to the right side. Open your arms if you can. Maybe chin moves to the left. Stay centered or move. Maybe you come back to your mantra that I'm safe, I let go. Or if there is something that you would like to address, a challenge in your life, whether it's a project, a big event, maybe a conversation, whatever it is in that regard, then you can remind yourself I am confident. I am able. I am confident. I am able. I am confident. I am able. Now, if bringing to mind some kind of a challenge during your restorative practice disturbs your practice, then let that go and come back to the mantra of being safe, right? So we want to be able to move from that place of safety. Last 3 breaths. Next inhale, bring your chin back to center, arms down beside you, and then gently and slowly float your left leg back over. You might bend your right knee, help square up your shoulders and hips. Let both knees come to your chest, give them a squeeze. Hug yourself, maybe you lift your head and shoulders. Just rock gently side to side. Take a little easier hold on the legs. Instead of your arms, maybe your hands are on them. Circle your knees here. So moving from the hip socket, circle the legs and reverse. This massages your low back. And when you're ready, plant your feet. Walk your feet out. Let the knees stay knocked against each other or lengthen your legs. Guide your left hand to your belly, your right hand to your heart. Just take a moment to breathe here and feel the expansion in your front body as each breath arrives. Each breath is the gift of life. Each breath is a gesture of love for yourself. And then you can stay there or release into full Shavasana, legs long, toes turned out, creating space between the arms and the body, lengthening through the crown of your head. Taking a moment here to fully integrate your practice. Notice the earth beneath you as it supports and cradles you. Surrender to gravity. Allow the body to rest deeply. Sense your whole right side. And sense whole left side. Observe your front body. And feel both palms align with energy. Now bring awareness to your lips, inside your lips. Feel your inner cheeks, top of your tongue, under your tongue. Sense the tip of your tongue and notice the vibrations of energy within your mouth. Feel whole body. Observe and feel whole body. Whole body. Reconnect to your intention to extend grace, kindness, and love toward yourself today and for the many days ahead. You may stay here to close your practice. Maybe you guide hands to your heart. Maybe you bend your knees and roll the body over, coming onto a side. If you like, you can press softly up, making your way to seated. This is our snuggles. And Phoebe is resting up here. And I'm Regina. Thank you for hitting pause, for taking this moment and this time to extend love to yourself as you rested. Big inhale if you'd like to sweep the arms up. Fill your arms, heart, and mind with love and kindness for yourself. When palms meet, exhale to heart. Share love and kindness with others. We are all priceless. Namaste. Thanks so much for hitting pause. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Leave comments and questions, and I'll look forward to getting back with you. Alrighty, bye-bye.